Hi, my name is Dawn Paul. I'm a shamanic healer, spiritual teacher and author. I'd like to speak to you today about healing sexual abuse. I specialise in healing sexual abuse, and I love the fact that the healing work that I do, the shamanic work, is so good at helping people with this form of healing, which I think is so greatly needed in the world, because it really, obviously, sexual abuse affects people, men and women, very, very deeply. It may have been one event, it may have been a series of events, but you can see the repercussions all the way through life if that situation goes unhealed. For many people, they have not spoken to it about anybody. They've not spoken to anybody about it. They've not admitted it, perhaps to themselves or anybody else. And acknowledging this and speaking to somebody about it is the first step on the healing path, because it's absolutely nothing to feel guilty about. And for some reason, victims of sexual abuse feel tremendous guilt. One of the reasons for this is that the abuser actually, during the abuse act, will leave their guilt and their shame upon their victim energetically, which sits then in the victim's energy field. And this needs to be cleaned out. This needs to be cleared out of the energy field. There's an awful lot of work that can be done, that needs to be done when someone suffered sexual abuse. For example, if it's happened when the person is younger, it's no good working on this version of the person, the grown person. We also have to work on the inner child, the being that was affected at the time, which still lives within us to a certain extent. Our inner children are with us all the time. We also need to defend that child, to, in our minds, rectify the situation, to go in almost like a superhero and rescue that inner child. Remembering our minds do not know the difference between real or imagined, which in itself can be very, very beneficial and healing. And so then it's a case of also then doing the soul retrievals. So it's bringing the person back to their original state, their original healed state. If you want to know more about soul retrieval, there is another video on that on my website. And it's also then about bringing the person's power back. Often victims of sexual abuse are disempowered, and this goes through many, many different areas of their life. It can be at work, it can be in love relationships, it can be generally the biggest problem is the relationship with the self. There's shame there, there's guilt there. There is a feeling that nothing's going to go right for me, that I can't be like other people, this thing that keeps you separate. But it happens to so many people, and it can be healed, and you can move on from it. And it's important to know that. It's important to know that you have a right to the same life, to the same good things in life as anybody else. And there's no difference between you and those people. And if you can feel brave enough to ask somebody to help you to heal this situation, then very, very quickly you can get to a stage where you're loving yourself, you're loving your life, and you're moving forward, getting the things in life that you want to have, the love, the fun, the laughter, the joy that's available to all and is our birthright. Thank you.